Okay, let me just,
Can't hear him.
can't hear him. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go. So this week's Parsha, it says in the beginning, Vayeshev Yaakov be'eretz Migurei Aviv be'eretz Canaan. And Yaakov dwelt in the land where his fathers traveled, in Eretz Canaan. Ela toldo Yaakov Yosef ben Sheva Shva'esrei Shana. And these were the generations of Jacob when Yosef was 17 years old. So we already know that he lived in Canaan. Oh, I think Michael is now being unmuted. Okay. So I listened to a class with Rav Tzvi Alon, and so he discussed this part, and he said that Rashi at the end of the Parsha sometimes tries to tie the end of one Parsha with the beginning of the other. Are you hearing my feedback the way I am? No, you're okay? Okay, because I'm getting it.
That's feedback.
You're all getting that feedback.
Oh, you are getting that feedback?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Now we're not. But we don't hear him.
Okay, everybody else except for Michael can mute, except now I see Michael's muted again. All right, maybe he muted himself just temporarily. Okay. All right, whatever. Let's try to go through these problems. Okay, can you hear me now though? Judy, can you hear me? Yeah, okay. All right, so Rashi often will try to tie one Parsha in with the other. And there we go. And so the last week's Parsha ended with the discussions of the descendants of Esav and the chiefs of all these tribes and all the strength that Esav had. So here he has all these strengths. And now we have Yaakov they're talking about moving to Canaan, but we know he was there already. So why does it show this juxtaposed with Esav's strengths? Well, Yaakov wanted to move to Canaan, but Rachel did not have children. And Rachel wanted probably to be comfortable with her family, her parents, and he didn't want to disturb that. As it was, she didn't have children. Once she had children, once she had Yosef, then they moved. So was it that he was comfortable taking her out of that situation now because now she has a family, or was it something else? And the person who led this Dvar Torah felt that it was something else, that actually it was because Yosef was born and Yaakov understood that Yosef was going to be a God-fearing person, and this would give him strength physically and emotionally and spiritually against the forces, the other forces that were in Canaan. So we see one of the ways that Yosef is so strong in his conviction that Hashem is in charge when we see Yosef in prison in next week's Parsha in Miketz. And it says that Paro, Yosef was brought to Paro to interpret Paro's difficult dream. And Paro says to him, he's brought there because you comprehend a dream to interpret. And he put the strength in Yosef. And Yosef said, Biladai Elokim Ya'aneh, that this is beyond me, that Hashem is going to be the one who's going to interpret this dream. So right away, he says to Paro, you think you're in charge of the world. I don't think I'm in charge of interpreting these dreams. It's Hashem. So we see a few times where Yosef attributes this strength of interpreting dreams in his downfalls with the interpretations, and with his successes, extreme successes, he understands everything is from Hashem. Man's powers as leaders in the world and life can easily be thought of as their own successes, and they can believe that everything that they have accomplished is their own. But like in my husband's class, he spoke about how men are fallible, and even our avot are fallible, and that maybe they even can make choices like like Yaakov, when he was before his father, how he deceived his father. If he had not deceived his father, the whole part of all these deceptions that happened after that, all of this jealousy that happened after that might have worked out very differently. And we may never have been in exile in Egypt. So we may have always been able to stay in Israel. So we see that people are fallible, and all of our strengths are not within man, it's with Hashem. Even in Hanukkah, we have the war of the Maccabees. So the Maccabees were successful and they won. And even in some of our liturgy, we say, you know, we praise the Maccabees, but actually the light, the miracle of the light was for 8 days. It was only supposed to last for 1 day, and it lasted for 8 days. That was a true miracle. It was like out of nature. Man can win a war like the Maccabees. They could possibly win a war without like a godly intervention, but we know there was. But somebody could say, well, that was really strong. But the actual or the light that lasted way beyond what it should have, that was crazy. That was like something super duper special. So that is why the lighting of the menorah for 8 days, and there's so many rules about where you're supposed to light it and how you're supposed to light it and what kind of benefit we can get from the light, are there to show us it's not our light. We didn't find the light. We didn't create that light for 8 days. It's all from Hashem. And we hope and pray that the strengths of Hashem, we will be able to understand them for ourselves, our daily miracles, our daily strengths. We hope that we will understand and appreciate that Hashem has given us all these beautiful miracles in our life. Michael, can we hear you? Oh my gosh, I can't. I talked so long and I still can't hear you. I really can't. It says you're unmuted. You know what, Michael? Look at your volume. Maybe your volume's down, like where it says, you know, in the Zoom where you can control your volume, or maybe.
No, you're muted, Michael.
Or
You're muted.
now it's muted, but before he wasn't muted and we still
Right.
couldn't hear him. So I'm wondering if it's in the volume of, you know, Michael hasn't been with us for a few weeks. So not only has he gotten rusty, his computer's gotten rusty also. We cannot hear you. Okay, we'll wait for you.
Try the other computer, Michael.
Can mute and unmute.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, he has tried to mute and unmute. He has tried that. Okay, do you have another computer that you can do? Oh, okay. Oh, he has a phone maybe. He'll call us. He'll Zoom us on his phone and we can see his face this way and listen to him that way. And we'll have two Michaels maybe. There we go. We already have another Michael on here now.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to use this. That's all. I'll use this.
Perfect.
Okay, can I
Okay.
start?
Go right ahead.
Nare boy me sono akut bedoy boy mar am toyay levovem veim la yadu dirachoy asher nishbati biyapi im yuvoyu Khosi Shirula Duinosh I will the one Yes, me wash my besogay Lord Iram ayam malay Yaroy Sodai v'chol asher boy Az yiranenu כל עצי יועד, לפני אדוני קיבו לשפוט אורץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק, ויחמיר באמונתו. אדוני מלך טוב גדול. כי אתה אדוני עליון על כל ארץ, מאין עליסו על כל אלוהים. ויביא אדוני סינורה, שומע נפשו חסידו, ידרשויים יצילם. זרו על הצדיק, ולישרי לב שמחה צדיקים באדוני, וידעו לזכר קודשי, מזמור שירו לאדוני. ירמה יום לא יתפר וישווה ונורס מחיו חוף, יחד הורים ירננו לבני אדוני קיבו ישפוט אורץ, ישפוט תבל בצדק, ויחמיר במישורים. אדוני מלך ירגזו עמים. ביעמוד ענן ידבר עליהם, שומרו עדויסם וחי כנוסן למי. אדוני אלוהינו אתה ניסם, אין נושאו יישא להם, רוי כמל עלילו יסום, רוי ממד אדוני אלוהינו, וישתחוו להרי קודשי, קודש אדוני אלוהינו. מה לדעת? Ayolois vayechisoy yeyoros uveyechuloi kuloi oy merkovoy Adonai lama buliyosov vayeshev Adonai melech leyolah Adonai yois liyamoyitei Adonai yevorech Esamoy basholoi. Ono b'chayat. Yijabuseni gavu shmat zagoseinu yoideyadam. לכבודוי ליגרס קלו, פני שבוס נקבלו. לכבודוי ליגרס קלו, פני שבוס נקבלו. שומוי וזוכוי בדיבורךות, ישמיענו, אין להם יוחד אדוני אחד, ושמו יחד, לשם ולספרס ולסלילה, לכבודוי יקרס קהלו, פני שבוס נקבלו, יקרא שבוס טוב ונכה כי מקויר, אברוכו מראש מקדם, אסוכו סויב מעשה, מחשבות תחילה, לכבודוי יקרס קהלו, פני שבוס נקבלו, מקדש מלך ילמלוך, קומיצי מתוי חביך, רב לך שבס בימי כבוך, הוא יחמול אולייכם לו, לכבודוי יקרס קהלו, פני שבוס נקבלו, יסנרי מיופר קומילפשי בגדך, ספרתך מעל יד, ונשי בסלח מקורבו, הנפשי גיולו, לכבודוי יקרס קהלו, פני שבוס נקבלו, יסוידדי, גיבו אוירי, יורי, שידברי, כבוד אדוני, אולייך נגלה, לכבודוי יקרס קהלו, פני שבוס נקבלו. לא וישי ולא יסיקומי, מה תשתוכחי ומטמי, ברוח יחסו אני ימי, ונבלסו הרלתי לו. לכבודוי יקרס קהלו, פני שבוס נקבלו, ויום לשיסו שויסויך, ורוחקו כל מבלויך, יוסיס עולייך אלוהיך, כמסוי סוסרן על קהלו. לכבודוי יקרס קהלו, פני שבוס נקבלו, יבואי בשלום התרס בעלו, גם בשמחה ופצולו, תויך אמוני עם סגולו, בויכלו, לכבודוי יקרס קהלו, פני שבוס נקבלו. Did anyone hear me?
Thank you so much, Michael. Everybody, a special welcome back to Michael. Thank God, you're looking good and you're sounding amazing. Thank you. And
Shalom.
Want to wish everybody a good Shabbos. Ari and Judy, Ron, a few phone numbers here. I'm not sure who the flame is. And we've got Manny and Robert. Hi, Robert. And I think Ann's on also. Yeah, there we go. So everybody have a happy Hanukkah and a good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos, Shabbat
Good
Shalom,
Shabbos,
everyone. Shabbat
everybody.
Shalom.
Bye.
Happy Hanukkah also.
See, all's well that ends well, right?